Hello, hello, hello. Can y'all hear me? One, two, one, two. My mic sound nice. Check one. My mic sound nice. Check two. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. How are y'all today? Happy Saturday. Happy Mental Health Awareness Month. Okay, wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm. Hey, LSW. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate it. Okay. Hey, Kendall, thanks for coming through. Hello, Miss Kira. Um, hi, is this, I'm sorry, y'all know, and I meant to grab my reading glasses. Book Diva, I think it says. Y'all know these words be so small, I'll be struggling, and I got a couple of different reading glasses in here, but to be honest with y'all, when I be putting them on, I don't see where they make that much of a difference, which is why I haven't been wearing them. I need to go to the doctor and get an update, but I do appreciate you guys for joining me today, of course. I'm glad y'all are here. I'm excited to talk about Mental Health Awareness Month because honestly, if I would have realized that it was Mental Health Awareness, I would have done that at the beginning of the month when I did the other self-care Saturday, and I would have probably did something else later. But, we here now, so that's what matters. I definitely did not want the month to go out without me addressing it some way, somehow. So, of course, this is Self Care Saturday, y'all. Okay. We are here, with Self Care Saturday, of course. If this is your first time finding my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome to you. And if you are coming back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Glad to have you. And with Self Care Saturday, we normally, of course, self care tips, self care ideas, positive affirmations. We are trying to bring awareness to mental health, stop the stigma on mental health, break the silence and all of that good stuff, right? And put, accurate information out there and just get people more comfortable with talking about mental health because it's just as important as physical health. Okay, to me, they go hand in hand. And we got to take care of both, right? And we got to check in on ourselves. So first and foremost, you know, how y'all doing? Mental health check in, right? I'm still here. You still here. We still here. Go us, because some did not make it through the week. Of course, we want to relax, relate, release, and the first thing we want to do is breathe. Okay, take that deep breath in, child, and go ahead and exhale it on out. Okay, definitely never forget to breathe. That's our first thing that we want to do at all times, child. Can't go without that. And like I was saying, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And there's actually different things that also happen within the month. So some of you guys may know some of the stuff, or all the stuff, and some of you may not know. So just want to kind of shine a little light on that. And, yes, you are in the right place. Today is Self Care Saturday, child. Okay. Well, I choose Saturday, but self care can really be any day that you have to take out, for yourself, right? It's basically just think of it like when you're ending one week or whatever the case may be, as we begin the new week or a new day, we just need to kind of refresh and take time for ourselves and take time for your body, take time for your mind, take time for yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually, all of the above, right? That's what it's all about. Taking care of the most important thing. And that most important thing is YOU or caps point blank period. Okay. You can't do nothing for nobody else if you ain't did it for yourself first. So we always got to remind ourselves of that. And this is the right place that you are in. You are now in the den. Okay, we're going to relax, relate, release. And, it's going to be all peace and positivity. This is my happy place. And, a safe place where we can just unwind. And we are basically, good vibes only over here. All right. So, I hope you guys have been having, a good week. Of course, self care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. I won't say I had a bad week, but I'll say these last 2 days has been rough as I don't know what. And about 2 weeks ago, that was definitely a really, rough time for me. So I know when I need to chill and sit my behind down somewhere. And, we are now officially closed for self care, y'all. Hey, Monique, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate y'all. And yes, y'all definitely hit this like button for me if you can. Thank you very much. So yeah, today, like I said, we are, going to talk a little bit about mental health, and then of course I'll, talk a little bit about self care and end it off with positive affirmation. So first and foremost, May is a time to raise awareness of those living with mental health and behavioral health issues. And, we want to help reduce the stigma. Y'all know y'all always hear me talking about that. So many people experience, nearly 1 in 5 suffer with mental illness. So you know somebody or somebody know somebody that has some mental illness that they deal with, right? And mental health month was actually established in 1949. I found that real interesting because if we think about not 49 till now, what has changed, what has got better, what is the same, And on one hand, that seems far away, but on the other hand, is really not that far at all, right? But this is when they actually decided to make this a month and to increase the awareness, and the important, y'all know my tongue begin tired sometimes of mental health and wellness in our lives, right? So it's funny, well, not necessarily haha funny, but you may get confused because October does have Depression and Mental Health Awareness Month as well, right? So a lot of people may say, well, is Mental Health Month in May or is it October? So October does have Depression and Mental Health Awareness. So it more so focuses on the depression aspect of it, right? And then October 10th also has World Mental Health Day. But I'm not mad at them for having different days and different months that's spreading awareness because we need as much of it, as we can possibly get, in my opinion. Then we have May 1st, of course, the 31st is the, mental health month. And then we have National Mental Health Counseling Week, which is actually May 6th to the 12th. Then you go to another National Prevention Week from May 11th to the 17th. Then you have World Mental Health Day, May 6th, and National Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, May 9th. So I don't know how many of you knew that there were so many different days and weeks and months that are supposed to be where, we take that time out to think about our own mental health, think about our loved ones' mental health, children's mental health, and health and all of that good stuff, right? And so when we speak about mental health, that's a really broad umbrella because that includes, a number of things. Just a couple of examples would be like depression, anxiety, mood and disorders, including a bipolar disorder, personality disorder, psychotic disorders, schizophrenia, trauma. It could be eating disorders, and it could be substance abuse disorders. So it's really not just one thing. And of course, the color that we wear, for Mental Health Month, or that you'll see a lot, is usually the green ribbon. So that's why I got on green today, representing, right? And a lot of the things that we are in support of, or we're trying to bring awareness to, you'll notice that domestic violence is purple, breast cancer awareness is pink, sickle cell anemia is red, and I've actually done videos on those things as well. And I think when I first was starting out my channel, a year ago, that year went by fast. It seemed like yesterday. I actually was doing like a mental health awareness month during that time as well. So just to let y'all know, some people may know, everybody may know, and some may not, right? So, of course, the whole point of this is that we want to educate people. We want to let people know that, you're not alone and that there is help out there and that, we all can sometimes have triggers, have times that we may feel depressed or down. It may not be where you have it every single day, right? But then in other cases, it may be where you feel like you're fighting every single day. Right now with this month, I was thinking about this the other day. With this month having Mother's Day, and next month having Father's Day. And then, like for me, my anniversary, God bless, when my other half would normally be the end of this month, and we will be celebrating that. When that time comes, I know I'll be in a certain place, right? So anniversaries, birthdays, holidays. Of course, I've talked about seasonal holidays, both in terms of when the weather changes, we also go through depression. Usually summer and winter are the highest months that we really get depressed. So sometimes it's seasonal depression, right? But it's also, of course, with the holidays as well. So always kind of give yourself grace, give other people grace that they may not really be in that celebratory mood when those holidays, are around. Um, so yeah, we definitely are trying to educate ourselves and other people, pertaining to mental health. Um, Take an online screening if you want to, go of course to a doctor and all of that different kind of stuff. If you feel like you need to, we're checking in with people that are around us. We want to stand up against the stigma that's surrounding mental health. No health, without mental health. It goes hand in hand. It's included because a lot of people don't realize it, but when you feel sick physically, and definitely can stress you out and mess with you mentally and vice versa, right? You'll notice that a lot of people that actually suffer with depression tend to complain about back pain. I don't know what it is that makes it go hand in hand, but it honestly does. And of course, we could get some more serious things like, strokes and heart attacks, and we definitely don't want none of that. You probably will be getting migraines and different things of that nature, right? And so course, take care of yourself. Like I said, we got to take care of ourselves, number one, before we can move on to anything, or anybody else. It's just not negotiable. We have to. And a lot of times we spend so much time taking care of everybody else, and then we forget about ourselves. And you just, can't afford to do that because then you can end up in the daggone hospital without even realizing, that it's gotten to that point. So we always trying to check in ourselves. If you're able to meditate, try your best to do that. Of course, do that breathing that I'm always talking about. I know I've had some people that tell me it's really hard for them to meditate, that they can't quiet their minds. Practice makes perfect. That's all I can tell y'all. The more you practice it, the easier to get and the more that you'll be able to do it. My mind goes 24/7. Trust me when I tell you, I never stop thinking about things, just all at one time, constantly. But as you continue to practice it, it definitely does make a difference. It becomes second nature before you know it. You're doing it on your own, and you like, oh shoot. So, that's the best thing I could tell you as far as that goes. Um, so we know that there's a stigma around mental health treatment and its treatment, right? And we know that it has long existed. And even though some things, of course, have started to change, we have been making way and learning more things. We don't treat mental illness the same in a lot of cases. Thank you, Kendall. Definitely appreciate it. We have, come a long way, but we do still got some things, of course, that we got to work on. It's still that thing that's stuck there. And I feel like there's more so in the black and the brown community, more so, where we just kind of feel like that's those people problem over there. That's what those people over there do. That's not what I do, or even just a man probably hearing me say, oh, I'm doing self-care today, they would probably more so think like, oh, that's a woman thing. But really it's just a human thing. It's for men, it's for women, even down to the daggone kids. For me, it's no age that's too early for you to start just teaching and incorporating and asking questions. I don't know about y'all, but I grew up in a time, and I was just saying this to my counselor the other day, where a lot of times now as an adult, I know that there was family members that had mental issues, but I can't tell you what those mental issues were, right? They never really had a name for it. You would hear people say, oh, she's going through a spell. She's having a hard time right now, and that nature. They never really got specific. They never let you know what the person was suffering from. But like I said, as an adult, I can look back and say, yeah, they definitely had some things going on. Were they ever officially diagnosed and, you know, given medication for it and treated for it or different things of that nature? I have no clue because they just looked at it a different way. It wasn't something that you talked about. and all of that, right? And so a lot of people still hesitate to seek help or even talk about it, even with their loved ones who they're supposed to feel comfortable with, because they fear being judged and, on facing backlash and all that different kind of stuff. And to me, there's no way that we should be living in a time where, people have to feel a way about being honest about something that they're struggling with. And that just makes absolutely no sense to me, right? And another thing is, we'll usually always um have people that are just like, oh, you'll get over it, you'll get by it. I went through different things, and if I got by it and I'm okay, then you should be okay type of attitudes, right? But we all don't deal with things in the same way. We don't grieve the same way. We don't feel the same way when it comes to pain. So there's really no right and wrong way. But even though they probably don't mean anything by it, they actually probably feel like uncomfortable, and that's why they're saying that, and they just want to kind of be able to move past it. And they also probably don't fully understand it and do feel like, well, if I got by it, then what the heck is the holdup? Why can't you get by it? So that part of just, being able to identify and realize that we are all different and we all deal with things in a different way. So then it makes you feel even worse, because you're kind of like, well, if they got over their situation and I'm still stuck in my situation, what's wrong with me, right? And then you aren't more likely to probably come forward and talk about it, right? So that's another part of it too, you guys. Um, and of course, your mind matters just as much as your body. We got to take care of both. So, um, Danny, is it? I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name. Says I used to hear, oh, she has the bad nerves. Yes, that's definitely another one. There is definitely another one. Hey, paper boy, thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Yes, that's definitely another one. The bad nerves. I ain't hear that in a long time. Oh gosh, but yes, people didn't know no better. They thought that's, what they were supposed to say and how they were supposed to say it. Wait, I'm going a little too fast. Let me back it up. But they had good intentions, right? But in a lot of ways, they just ended up actually doing more harm, even though the intentions was good. They just absolutely looked at it in a different way. you know um for me, personally, I remember when I had my son, because his father suffered with some mental issues, and there was some mental issues that were also with his father's father and father's father. This is why it's good for us to know the history of the person that we're with, their family, and our own family, right? And a lot of times it's hard enough just getting the physical information out, let alone the mental as well. And so when it came to my son, I used to worry in terms of his father, but I never really stopped to think about, well, what about your own family and what they have going on? What do you have going on over here? Has anybody in your side been, diagnosed with anybody? I ain't even think to look into that at all, or think about that when I would be, saying my concerns to my doctor. So that was one side of it. And they definitely was not giving you no names. They either said it was bad nerves, they said it was spells, it's gonna pass, it's gonna be okay, don't worry about it. She just going through a little something. And we gonna all ignore it and act like ain't nothing happening right now, and she ain't, acting out of her daggone soul. So, unfortunately, that's how they looked at a lot of it. And I think we've come a lot further, from then. And of course, child, they used to be doing electric shock on people. It's like, if you doing some electric shock, then I probably wouldn't want to come forward and be telling you about what I'm dealing with either. So we got to look at how much more advanced we got, in comparison of that as well, right? Because would you really be wanting to go into the doctor if you thought they was going to be shocking your daggone brain? Probably not. But something else that I thought was interesting that I just wanted to bring up was, you know how I said that mental health was started in 1949. Well, we didn't get Congress, the House of Representatives actually passed something in with the borderline personality. in freaking 1980, y'all. Think about that. That's not that freaking long ago. Like, just actually, it was passed in 2008. Let me correct myself. The House of Representatives declared May as Borderline Personality Awareness Month in 1980, and it was put inside of a medical third edition diagnostic manual in freaking 1980. That's not that long ago at all. So, previous to this, they really didn't know what to call it, and they basically was, pretty much acting like that didn't even exist, right? So think about the fact that how were they able to, even deal with it and give you any type of diagnosis and give you any kind of help for it when we just don't sit here and act like for all these years, you know, this ain't happening. And just like I was saying, 1 in 5 people suffer. So that means I know at least one person, or I know somebody that knows somebody, right? We got 48 million that have anxiety disorders. We got 21 million that have major depression. We got 9 million that have post traumatic stress disorder. We got 7 million that are bipolar. We got 3.5 million that have borderline personality disorder. We have 1.5 million that have schizophrenia, and this means that, like I said, either you or someone you know somebody that's impacted on a daily basis. 1% of us adults, right, usually suffer with some type of mental illness that also um will experience substance abuse along with the mental illness. So instead of them actually getting the care they need, we now turn into alcohol, drugs, and all of that kind of stuff, right? And then there's about 50% of all of us, right, in a lifetime that will have a mental illness that starts at by the age of 14 years old, and 75% that it will start by 24. So just think about that. It's not as far off and as uncommon as people may, think that it is. And of course, if it is something more serious, you guys, we do have certain things as far as technology and access that we have now that a lot of people didn't have back then, right? So you would just, if you need help, you have crisis text line now, right? It's not even where you just have to call. You can also call. You can also be able to do like all kind of Zoom meetings and virtual meetings now. That definitely didn't exist before. Some of the easiest numbers I can remember off the top of my head is one called Home, where you can do it 24/7, and that's 741-741. You also have 988 Lifeline, that's 24/7. I think that's more so if you feel like you're going to hurt yourself or somebody else is, going to be hurt. Um, just another alternative to calling 911, because sometimes that's not always the best situation and they don't know how to necessarily handle it right when it's a mentally ill person. Then we got 435-748, which is Help You. And then we have 1-800-662-HELP, okay, which is basically 1-800-662 4357. Then you get a little bit deeper, and I do have all of these in my community tab. I have them on social media. I will put them in the description of the video just in case anybody is interested. But you have other things like Therapy for Black Girls. You got Black Mental Health Hill .com. You got blackmentalwellness.com, and you have therapyblackkids.org. And I think, yeah, I said blackmenhill.com. So there are different resources that we have now that we haven't had before. So just wanted to also throw that out there, you guys. But we are now moving on to, self care for for our own mental health, right? So number one, having compassion. Y'all know I'm always talking about having compassion for yourself, having grace for yourself, as well as others, being kind to yourself, stop judging yourself, stop being so hard on yourself. It's okay to push yourself now, but give yourself a little grace and practice positive self-talk. So y'all know I'm always giving y'all the positive affirmations. I tell y'all some for the morning, I tell y'all some for the night, some for the afternoon, some to say for during the day. So if you keep practicing that every single day, eventually it will become second nature. You should be doing it, on a regular basis, just looking in the mirror like, yes, okay, nobody like you, there's only one you, I love me, okay, you looking good, girl. It's okay to talk to yourself in the mirror and give yourself some compliments, okay? You deserve it. If you ain't gonna hear it from nobody else, you ain't gotta wait to hear it from somebody else. Tell it to yourself, okay? So I definitely believe in that one. Hey Savannah, oh you over on Facebook, girl. Thanks for dropping in. If it's anybody else that's watching from Facebook or Twitter, I do have it, up there as well. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Definitely give me a like over there. Give me a comment over there. If you want to come over here, we appreciate you. Definitely appreciate it. And yes, please, y'all, hit the like button. It makes such a big difference. Okay, as Moochie would say, shout out to her. She away this weekend, but put me up in that algorithm. All right, that's the only way that we can spread, these around. So that more people could get into them. And definitely appreciate it. So yeah, speaking on this self care, and it's not like a lot more, y'all. So we probably won't be up here too much longer. I just really want to jump up here because, like I said, I did not want this month to go out without me talking about this. So this was kind of a spur of the moment. Had some free time and was like, all right, gonna get up here and we gonna, spread awareness about mental health. So of course, with self care, we want to rest. Okay, there's no such thing as having too much rest. We all gotta be able to get our rest. We ain't no daggone machines. We ain't no robots. All right. Pay attention to your battery. When your battery starts feeling depleted, child, just like with your tablet and your computer and your phone and your laptop, you gotta plug it in when it's going down. That's what you gotta do with yourself too. There's no way in the world that you over here plugging in electronics, but you ain't taking care of yourself. All right, make it make sense. That's the way you gotta think about it. Um, give yourself what you need, and nobody knows what you need more than you. Um, make time for yourself again, right? Just putting yourself first and set boundaries, y'all. Set boundaries, set boundaries, set boundaries. That was like one of the hardest daggone things for me to do. Now it's easy as pie, but back in the days, that was definitely a struggle for me. And then when we get to, action, we are also setting boundaries with those triggers, baby. So anything that triggers you, I know we can't avoid everything. Okay, just like with power, right? As just as an example, I was bobbing and weaving on them spoilers, y'all, right? I was acting like I was in the Matrix. Sometimes we gotta bob and weave with those triggers too. If you can't avoid it, then try your best to avoid it, right? And speaking of triggers, just side note, like sometimes we don't know when those triggers is gonna come. Some of them we do. So the ones we do know, we can try to go ahead and avoid those. But the ones that we don't, sometimes the trigger could be as simple as a song. It could be music, it could be a TV show, it could be food, it could be a smell, and it'll come out of nowhere where you're not expecting it. So, of course, we can't get away from everything, but the ones that we can and the stuff that we can control, of course, we control those things, and the ones we can't, we let it go, let it flow. Okay, it ain't for us to control, but we try to deal with it to the best of our ability. So I know, like for instance, y'all notice sometimes when it's gonna be a TV show and they know that they're gonna be showing some type of assault, somebody unaliving somebody and allowing themselves and different things of that nature, they will put that warning up, even, using power, for example, again, with that last episode with Dagon Theo, right? That was a little serious. That was hard. I personally know more people that have been doing that before. That was something else that was kind of like, oh, that's some people over there, right? But now, literally within these last 5 years, I actually know a lot of people, okay? And I know people that that's happened with. And so that definitely can get, a little crazy when you see stuff like that on TV. But it's also a reminder and showing things that is definitely happening more in real life at the same time. So I just wanted to throw that in there as well. Hey, what's up, cuz? Thanks for coming through. Because I agree, society made it seem like a crime to take a break. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Kendall. I appreciate you. Yeah. It's like, all we supposed to do is work, 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 work. Child, I always was working two and three jobs and going to school at the same time, and that's all fine and dandy because we know we need money, right, to pay these bills and to get things done. But at the same time, I missed a lot of stuff because of how I used to work, right? A lot of the family functions that was going on, I couldn't be there. Things that my son was doing, I couldn't be there. I had to miss it because I was always working and I was always going to school. And now he grown up and he always working. Okay, he's taking right on after me because that's all he used to see me doing. And some things we can't do everything and we can't be everywhere. We only one person, right? We do the best that we can. But then also when I got injured and hurt and I couldn't do those things no more like I used to be able to do them, that was really hard too because now I gotta try to readjust, I gotta try to relearn, and I gotta, accept that I can't do some of the things that I'm used to doing, and I gotta wait on people to help me with things. And I talked to y'all before about how hard it is for me to be asking somebody for some daggone help, child. But sometimes we gotta ask when we need it, and that's it, right? So yeah, that's basically what that's about, y'all. So definitely set boundaries with your triggers. Work on your coping skills. Do the work. Don't give up on yourself. Never, ever, ever, ever give up on yourself. Okay, and just like I was just saying, support. Make sure your support system is good. We know everybody ain't gonna be a support. We already know that. It just is what it is. But if you can reach out for help, that person that you know that's real, that will have your back. Don't hide in shame and silence. There's no reason why you should have to ask for what you need. People don't know what you need if you don't ask. They can't read your mind and figure out what you think and what you want them to do. It just does not work that way. And create a strong support system. So I am very fortunate that I don't have a whole lot of people, but the people I do have is some real ones that I wouldn't trade for the world. So I'd rather have one real one than 100 fake ones. Okay, how about that? And break the stigma. Okay, that's what we definitely trying to do. And if you feel like you need therapy, right? That's not everybody's story. That's not everybody's way, but it ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay, I've been going to therapy faithfully, and I always tell y'all that I'm definitely an advocate and somebody that's always telling people to go to therapy. You will be surprised at how much of a help it could be. There's definitely a big stigma on going to therapy. So thank you. Listen, I've been trying to stick with this. I definitely do not do these because I'm getting some big money off of them or I'm getting a whole bunch of views. I do them because they are really close to my heart. They mean a lot to me. I know so many people that suffer with these things, and I have my own things that, I've suffered with and dealt with through the years. I've also worked in the health field for years and saw it from that aspect. So, this is just something that I feel like we got to talk about and we got to normalize and we got to, make people feel more comfortable with having these conversations. So I always say if I could reach one person, then, my job is done. I may not reach everybody. You may not be able to take everything, but if you could take one thing, I'm good with that. Um, thank you so much, Inga. Have a great walk. Yeah, I try to walk once a day too. It's actually pouring rain over here. Was making my daggone leg hurt. So I ain't been on no walk today, but I may take a little walk in between before I jump back on and get me my coffee because I feel like that's why I'm kind of going in slow motion too because I ain't had my coffee today. But definitely it is, very important. We have to take care of the physical and the mental, y'all. We can't just think about the, physical and don't think about the mental. And some of us are slacking on the physical too, okay? Get your behinds in there. Make sure y'all getting y'all regular checkups. I know sometimes, we don't want to go to these doctors. We feel like every time we go, they finding something else and doing something else. And I get that part too. And sometimes that do be the case too. But try to make sure you are doing, your regularly scheduled checkups and you are taking care of yourself as much as you possibly can. You eating right, you drinking your water, You exercising when and how you can, and all that good stuff, right? You just you gotta take care of all of it, y'all, right? So accountability, okay, speaking of that. If you notice how your choices, right, conscious or unconscious, contribute in a negative way, look at what you're doing, right? Reevaluate some things. And if something isn't working in your life, then it's probably time for you to change it. So we can't keep doing the same things, y'all. All right. I know it'd be hard because you used to doing it and you've been doing it for so long. And sometimes it be hard for you to let it go, let it flow. Okay. But if you know you've been doing the same thing and you expecting a different result, it ain't gonna happen. You gonna do the same thing and you gonna get the same thing. So sometimes we gotta switch it up. That's just what it is. Okay. Definitely. So y'all know I always be forgetting to put my little I always forget something. It don't matter. Anytime I'm doing these lives, I'll be making up these different banners and I forget all about it. But it's okay. We still here and we still making it do what it do. I'll be getting off at the end like, Dad, I forgot to use that. Oh gosh. Yeah. Yes, definitely. It affects a lot of people, Inga. I was just saying before you got on that somebody knows somebody, right? You know somebody or somebody knows somebody that has struggled with mental health issues. For me, I always, like I was telling them, kind of looked at like my son's father's family, but didn't really look at my family. And then it was like, wait, my family got some stuff going on too. And then after me getting injured and having surgeries and dealing with stuff, from my physical health and me constantly saying to my doctor, well, when am I going to get back to the old me? When am I going to get back to the old me? Literally every time I would go to the counselor, I was saying that over and over and over. And one day he said to me, what if you can never get back to the old you? What if you got to have a new you? And it's like the fact that that never crossed my mind, that it wasn't even something that I even could think of being an option, right? It was kind of like having that aha moment where it was like, what do you mean I'm not going to get back to the old me? Who would they say that at? But it was true. Some things had to change, and it was definitely a long process. It was not an overnight type of situation at all, right? And me being out of work and, you know, then having my husband get sick and having him pass away, child, and so much other things in between that just was like boom, 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 back to back to back to back to back. I definitely started feeling myself getting to a depressive state. I started having panic attacks, anxiety attacks, all this stuff that I never was having before or thinking about before. All of a sudden, they was like, you got this, you got that, you got that, and you got that. And not only was they saying it with the mental part, but they were saying it with the physical part as well, right? So on one hand, it was like, oh no, you just hurt your leg at the job, so you just need a surgery on that. And then the next thing you know, it was like, oh no, girl, your back really was jacked up all that time. You had your L4, L5, S1, you know what I'm saying, messed up. You had nerve damage. You had this, you had that. Like literally, thing after thing after thing kept being added on, and I was like, "Are y'all freaking kidding me?" Right? And if you're in pain all the time and you can't move the way that you're used to being able to move, and then you got to be on pain medications and all that other kind of stuff. Child, I did a whole video on that too. Okay, dealing with people that have chronic pain, chronic illness, and or having it yourself, that definitely takes an effect on you, and that definitely can mess you up mentally if you do not have a strong support system. Seeing somebody you care get sick and having to take care of them, and just all of it, child. It can mess you up. Okay. And so at the end of the day, I'm still standing though. I'm still here. It wasn't no easy picnic, but I made it through. And if I can make it through, y'all can make it through too. That's gonna be my point. I'm gonna leave it that there. But you know, that's why I speak about it. Thank you, Inga. Appreciate you. Yeah, I still always try to speak about it no matter what. And like I said, hope that, somebody will definitely be able to take something away from it. But I think we got one thing left, which is the daily affirmations. Y'all know we can't get up out of here without that. But I want you guys to give me 1 minute. I will be right back. My cat about to act a whole fool. And while y'all are here, make sure that y'all do not forget to like the video, okay? Comment, share, subscribe if you are not already subscribed. If you are so inclined, I appreciate y'all. Minute. All right, y'all. Sorry, and I'm blaming the cat, and that wasn't even the cat. That was my son. The cat behind me knocked out, and I'm about to wake her up. So, but anyway, y'all, we're gonna end this off with the positive affirmations. Okay, daily affirmations. Y'all know I always, like to put affirmations somewhere in here. So, of course, these is probably too small for y'all to see them. And anything that I share or talk about in my videos, normally for anybody that's new that don't know, they're usually up on my community tab as well, and they're also up on my social media. So if you are, but for any reason, some people are not into social media. I get that, but if you are on Twitter, if you are on Facebook, Instagram, or any of those things, I am Tamika Zen on all of them, and I also share these up there too, so you can kind of look at it a little bit closer. You can save it, you can download it, you can screenshot it or whatever, just in case it's some things that you may want to have for yourself. I just thought that I would mention that because sometimes you can't really see it too clear when I'm showing it, from this aspect. So I always like to put anything that I'm talking about in here as well. And there are some weeks, of course, when I'm not up here talking about it. So even those weeks, I always still share stuff about self-care in all of those places. Okay, so I've been doing that for over a year. So there's a bunch of stuff up there, even before I was doing videos on it. But with our daily affirmations, you can say them with me or you can just listen, whichever way that you want to do it. We have, I am grateful for every experience I have. I am grateful for every experience I have. I love my life. I love my life. Today, amazing things are going to happen to me. Today, amazing things are going to happen to me. I deserve to feel loved and to feel happy. I deserve to feel loved and to feel happy. Um, I choose to live my best life. I choose to live my best life. I choose to live my best life. All right. We got to say that one a couple times. So, again, I don't expect y'all to remember every single one of these, But if you can, one that sticks with you, that you feel like, yeah, that's the one I want to say, just say that every day. Because remember, we said we want to say something positive to ourselves every day. So today I wake up refreshed and ready to conquer this world, okay? Today I wake up refreshed and ready to conquer this world. I am perfectly made, okay? I am perfectly made. I have abundance and strength and energy. I have abundance and strength and energy. Today is my day. Today is my day. Today is my day. Okay, it is the day that the Lord made for me. All right. I will help someone today. I will help someone today. I will be my best self today. I will be my best self today. I am worthy of respect and love. I am worthy of respect and love. I am worthy of respect and love. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I face every mountain with a smile and courage. I face every mountain with a smile and courage. I am fearless. I am fearless. I am fearless. I am fearless. Okay. I radiate positive energy. I radiate positive energy. I radiate positive energy. My body is healing and healthy. My body is healing and healthy. Today is filled with positivity, love, and success. Today is filled with positivity, love, and success. I am filled with light from the sunrise and peace with the sunset. I like that one, so I got to say that one a couple of times. I am filled with light from the sunrise and peace with the sunset. I am filled with light from the sunrise and peace from the sunset. I am filled with light from the sunrise and peace from the sunset. I am safe and secure. I am safe and secure. I am love. I am love. I am love. Woo, girl. Yeah, I don't think y'all hear me. I am love, okay? I am compassion. I am compassion. I am compassion. Okay, that's gonna be our last one. But then I'm gonna spin it back and say this one again because I really like this one. I think I'm going to have to put this up on my wall to say every day. I'm filled with light. I'm filled with light from the sunset. And I mean, sorry, y'all, I'm jacking it up. I'm filled with light from the sunrise and peace with the sunset. I like that one. So I think I found a new one that I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to. But that's what I got for today, y'all. That is what I got. Okay. Yes, Kendall. We always got to take that moment and take time for ourselves, no matter what, child. If you don't put you first, who the heck is going to put you there, right? Can't wait on nobody else to do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. So, definitely. Um, And like I said, those numbers, just in case anybody needs them or you want to share them to anybody else, those is on my community tab as well. Um, LSW says, please put in the community tab. I think I put them there this morning, but just in case it's not there, I will definitely double check. Okay. And it will be there. Okay. um, yes, it is. All right. Because I know I was up in the middle of the night. Y'all know I also struggle with insomnia. That's another battle that I'll be going through. And I couldn't sleep for nothing. I thought I was going to fall right to sleep since I had a crazy day yesterday that I didn't sleep for long. And baby, nope. It was another. Well, actually, I fell asleep, but then just woke back up really early and then just was up. So that's why I'm feeling kind of sluggish now. But, I was up early this morning putting them up on the community tab and all the social media since I couldn't sleep. I was like, you might as well be doing something. So, yeah. But I thank you guys so much for joining me. Y'all could be doing anything with y'all Saturday, and especially I know not too many people is interested in positive affirmations and self-care, mental health, when it's not people don't be coming through like that. So I appreciate y'all that definitely came through. You said, "Cuz, what's your favorite color? I need to make you a glass and cut you some for me." Oh, thank you so much. I don't know. It rotates. I think I'm in like the reds and pinks and purples, and sometimes I've been hitting a lot of blue lately too, though. But I think I'll be kind of in that family. I see I done painted my room red. It used to be pink for years, and the name of this paint is No More Drama, which definitely was the headspace I was in at that time. But I appreciate that. Yes, always take time for yourself daily. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes. I know we got busy days and, life be lifing. But even if it's a couple of minutes, y'all, in the bathroom, wherever the heck you got to go and run and hide and woosah, and when you could take longer, take longer. But definitely, don't forget yourself. How you going to forget about you? So, yes. Oh, you already know I like the daggone chamomile tea, child. I do the lavender. I do the Epsom salt baths. I do the bubble baths. I do the candles. I do the diffuser, humidifier, all of the above. Whatever you could get to, whatever puts you in that relaxing space. Definitely, you guys. So I'm going to end it there. I think I'm coming back. I can't even remember. I either put 520 or 525, something like that for the what you should be watching. That's going to be short too because I don't really have as much movies and TV shows that I usually do. That's just a really small list of some that got left off the previous list that I just want to throw out there. And just because I had some free time. And then Monday we'll be doing like Yellow Jackets. I think me and Moochie are trying to work on doing something with Class of '09. When Love and Death are done, we're gonna be doing like an overall discussion on that. If y'all did not see our overall discussion on Queen Charlotte, we did do that, and we just trying to work on some other things because I think Yellow Jackets has like 3 episodes left, and of course Power has 1 episode left. So now I'm gonna be trying to figure out like what I'm gonna fill in between and do going forward. We may have some kind of discussion. I'll get more into that when we come back for the what you should be watching. But in the meantime, y'all, that's some things that y'all do have to look forward to. If y'all can come back at 525, see you there. If you can't, I thank you for joining me now. And, if today is not a good day, that's okay. Every day sometimes is not a good day. I hope tomorrow is a better one, y'all. Hey, Vonnie Love, thank you so much for coming in. We getting ready to get out of here, but catch the replay. And if you could come at 525 for the what you should be watching, then, stop on through. We appreciate you. So, yeah, you guys, we're going to leave it there because I do want to make me some coffee before I come back on so I can kind of, rejuvenate a little bit. I felt like I ain't have no energy right now, like I was trying to push through, but I made it through. We made it through. We made it do what it do. And no matter what, y'all, don't forget to breathe, okay? Till next time, I'm going to see y'all. Toodaloo.